Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I need to breathe, get me up and out of the sheets. Onto my feet, another cup of coffee and me. That's what I need, my eyes puffy, I can't see. I'm too tired to function, but too lost to sleep. Ay, I think I need to be on something medication. I think I need to figure out the segregation. I think I needed just a better education to understand a world that's so complicated. Intoxicated, every night faded, just so I can sleep thinking that it's sated. I feel hated, I feel hatred, I'm lost deep in my mind that I've created. I have dreams where my life is devastated, feel so real that I wake up shaking. Need thicker skin cause this life is no haven. Nod your head if you get what I'm saying. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I don't really think I understand this world now. Got my head spinning round in a circle. Everybody lacks what they need internal, so they compensate with everything external. Not trying to throw shade, no way. I'm just trying to find the meaning of life, hey. There's happiness if you try to live the right way. Forget about what others have and live your life, hey. Be aware of who you are, what you're good at. Take a step forward, see where your foot's at. Stand tall, stand proud, talk loud. Every word out your mouth has purpose now. You just gotta get rid of the bad thoughts. Hating others cause you know that they got a lot. Forget that though, you got plenty. You're alive in this life, you got time, go get it. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Oh, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Oh.
I have a new pee method. There's something called a peri stick. It depends on where you live in the country, but it's basically a vacuum. It almost, here's how I described it. It looks like a straw closed at one end with, sorry to use like this type of, with like a tampon type thing in the middle. And it's kind of open. Well, actually I have a clean one. I could just show it to you, can I? No, I can't really because it looks like this. And this is clean, this hasn't been used. And it's attached to a vacuum. And what you do is you basically place it in front of your area. And when you go, it just sucks it up to that container. Where is the container? Oh, It sucks it up to that container. Oh, there it is, that container. And I can go independently. Basically, I go, when I'm done, I can call the nurse, can come whenever she needs to, they need to, because the nurse was a man last night, excuse me. The nurse can come whenever they need to, whenever they can get here, just to give me a new stick and to check the measurement and everything like that. So there's no like rush anymore. And also the mess is cut down to a minimum. I think one time I actually went with so much force that I actually went harder than the vacuum could clear it up. And you know, I know a lot of people don't like all this graphic stuff, but I know that I didn't know about this. I'm 51 years old and I've been in the medical field, or I was in the field taking individuals to the hospital for years. And I know all about like what they can do for men, and men have like, I can't lift my right leg at all. It's a mess. But after today, we're on the road to recovery. Hopefully tomorrow or Thursday, they're going to do something called the cryoablation or frozen ablation, or they're going to ablate the tumor. I don't know the word. They're going to kill the tumor on my left hip, just with like freezing. So this way I won't have to have a long recovery time from that, and that would be great. You guys know that I don't have, so I don't get Social Security benefits because of my cancer. I get it because of my eyesight, because I can't see anymore. And I've told you guys this, when we were crafting, even before I stopped crafting. Like, it's hard. I can't see the middle of things. So that's why I actually get Social Security, SSA disability, because because of my vision. It's not, and I can't get corrective lenses for it because of the diabetic retinopathy and macular edema. They change my vision every 10 minutes, or depending on what I eat or what I don't eat, absolutely.
Simply Karen asks, are you not getting your SSI payment?
It's been reduced because they told me that the money that they gave me, like retroactive from the time I applied to the time they started it, that was all overpayment. They shouldn't have paid me that, because then so now they're taking it back. And then they paid the lawyer 25% of that, but I'm paying that back. So one of the waivers that I'm trying to trying to put in for, is to get that money back from the lawyer, because first of all, the lawyer didn't help me at all. The lawyer had made one phone call and sent me paperwork, and that was it. Honest to God, my sister-in-law helped me with the rest. So we already tried to ask for a waiver on the lawyer's fees. But they were like, no, since I signed a contract, it didn't make a difference. Okay, we have to pay the lawyer. But then they based that 25% off of the money that they recover for you. But the government said, well, we didn't mean to give you this recovery money. So I'm paying them anyway, money that I didn't receive. So I have to put in a waiver for that. So I'm not getting, it's supposed to be like $953 or something. I'm not getting anywhere close to that. So that's what we're trying to figure out, and they wanted when Jim's last paycheck was, and they say they look at your bank and they base it on the income, because we never sent in paperwork and blah, blah, blah. And it's just all these things. And I'm like, why haven't I got more money? My husband's been working since June. And they're like, oh, we didn't know that. I'm like, well, how did you not know that? And then we had a house account, and our names were on the house account, but it was really for us to put deposit money in. But every time that mom would deposit her money in, it looked like we were all getting the money. But I'm like, you could see, looking at it, that it's going to our bills. Like, you could see that there's T-Mobile and there's RMU and there's the mortgage company. Like, you could see that looking at the bill, at the statement, but they didn't accept that as, as just money going out, money coming in. So we had to change our positions on the house account and all that stuff. So that all makes a difference. The amount of money that you earn, or your family earns, which is me and Jim, affects how much Social Security you get. So, and this isn't disability, so it's not quite as much. If Jim earns over $950 a month in the month, then anything over that will reduce the amount of Social Security I get. I'm $35, so that's why no contact. So, I actually got the DHSS from here reached out to me to do a promo, a healthy lifestyle living promotion that they're doing, and they were like, let us know what you need for compensation. I'm like, well, I can't actually earn any money. Thank you. I said, I will be doing this on a voluntary basis because I believe in your program, and your program benefits me a lot. So thank you. So anyway, yeah. The DHSS is the company, the department that I get my home health aid through. So, oh, the TV froze. Okay, I didn't freeze. The TV froze. I didn't freeze, right, Mom? Like, we didn't freeze.
Or not that I know of.
Our TV froze, so I can't ever tell if it's like us or them. You. And if nobody's told you that you're loved today, you can always come by and hear how much I love you, because I love you guys very much.
Yep.
Hit or
Everybody
miss.
say goodbye to Jacqueline and Diane and all the Pam's life or whatever, because they were here.
Oh, I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
No.
My blood work looks good. Creatinine
Sorry,
and BUN looks fantastic still, which is that kidney function everybody's asking about. And how is it still working? I don't know. I guess when you need 100% kidney function, maybe your kidneys don't work both at the same time all the time. Like, maybe they do work in tandem, or they work in yeah, absolutely. Got him.
Emperor Hirohito says, where do you live?
Enough that I can be off until we move, if that makes any sense. So I can have the ability to pack and move and, thing. I know the cancer also makes me tired and also wears out, because
It's technically a blood cancer, but it's not like when you think a cancer of the blood. It's just transported back and forth through the blood. So sometimes when there's like active stuff happening, you just feel tired, like in general. And that Social Security get. So and this isn't disability, so it's not quite as much. If Jim earns over $950 a month in the month, Security get. So and this isn't disability, so it's not quite as much. If Jim earns over $950.
Stay undressed after your shower for a few to dry air. For the air.
Yes, I can. And I often do. I lay in my robe on the bed and get all lotioned up. There's so many things I just miss about my life. And I don't mean my old life. This was my life not that long ago, you know? I just want it to come back. I just want to get this tumor down enough where I can take a couple of years off of treatment and just come back. I don't know. Excuse me, I have gas. I'm sorry, that was rude. God bless you.
Something you might hurt yourself riding on.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm thinking?
Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver.
Name something you might hurt yourself riding on.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm thinking?
Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver.
Name something you might hurt yourself riding on.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm thinking?
Shut your mouth.
It's like I was gonna say something. He's like, keep going. And then he said something to me that I didn't know, that my sister and Lisa, I think, forgot to share with me, that he said going towards the goal of 150 pounds. And I was like, what? He's like, I told your sisters that, you know, you need to lose about 150 pounds. And I was like, what? Nobody told me that.
You've gotten down to, you lost like 30 to 40 pounds.
I've lost just about 7 pounds since the surgery. But I've lost 60 something pounds since last year when I started the
Chemo? Or not chemo?
No, the health journey, like the
The
keto.
keto and
yeah.
the Nordic and all the healthy foods.
Yes.
Less junk.
Yeah. The Nordic was a year before that. The day of the surgery or right after the surgery to today. And he showed me that where the tumor was that had a fracture in it has collapsed. So now my one leg is actually a little shorter than the other. And he had a rod going up. And I don't have these films yet. I called the lady and asked her to send them to me. So when I do, I'll share them. But the rod goes up and then there's like this angular pin that keeps the rod down. Well, it has actually levered up because the bone crushed and sort of did this situation. I was grateful to be able to go out with him into the living room and work on my book and work on some things around the house with him, which I got to walk with my walker, and that was pretty exciting. So the wheelchair was officially moved out to the car. I was told today, and for now, and I have an appointment coming up, and we have something to do on Friday, and I have an appointment next week that I'm not supposed to walk far, so still utilize the wheelchair for long distances. And the doctor's appointments are usually very long by the time you get out of the car and through all the way to, like, the clinic is very large, and where I get my eye shots is pretty large, and it's not so much getting to like the door where the treatment rooms are, but getting to each individual treatment room is tons of walking. So if I had a rollator, I could sit from time to time, but I don't right now. So walker it is, and then wheelchair while we're out. So I said to Jim, you can officially move the wheelchair back to the van, yay! And we, did some rearranging for the furniture in here so I could walk safely. And so basically why the commode has been close to me is because there are times, especially in the middle of the night, when I cannot put my brace on before I have to go to the bathroom, and I risk sitting up and pivoting to the bathroom. That's a risk that I'm willing to take instead of having to pee in the bed, but I won't really risk walking the 5 or 6 steps, because to me that's just like, I don't know, the impact on my spine. I think every time I take a step is dangerous. And when I woke up this morning, I got a phone call from the oncologist who got all the results, and the oncologist's nurse said, he said, everything looks wonderful. You have regression of the disease. You have shrinking of tumors. Some tumors have been eliminated, and there's no new growth. And I was like, happy tears, all the happy tears. I was like a little, not in shock, but pleasantly surprised. Yesterday I talked to the oncologist. He's a little concerned that we're either growing new cancer, possibly at an exponential rate, and or becoming resistant to the chemotherapy, because we've stopped it and started it so many times. So I hope that's not the case. We will find out. But I basically told him in jest, I said, I'm not starting chemotherapy if I have a freaking paper cut, because I am not going through this again. Now that I've spoken to all the doctors, I went to see the oncologist on Tuesday. He said, I am technically in progression. So here's the thing. He calls it progression. If your tumors have increased by 25% or more, you're considered progression of the disease. However, because my tumors have shrunk to such a small size, them going up minuscule amounts does equal 25%. So what you do is the formula he does is like, length times width. He basically has the area of the tumor and he matches the area of the new size and then divide it by to see if it's 25% of it. And it was like exactly 25%. Like the old number was 15.9, was like the multiplication was 15.9, and now it's 20.1, and that is exactly like 25%, like with like decimal point. So I am in progression of the disease. I also have looks like the tumor on my femur is growing. So the reason I delayed this video, making this video, was because I wanted to hear back from my leg surgeon to make sure he's not concerned. He doesn't want me to do anything different. He doesn't have any different parameters. He actually messaged and said that it doesn't look alarming to him, so nothing to concern about as long as I don't have pain. He said, if you have pain, obviously that's different. He's like, then we'll, go from there. I was like, no pain, just, I haven't been taking my arthritis medicine, so like everything kind of hurts, but nothing like specifically leg pain. And remember, when this femur broke last year, that's when I couldn't even sit up. Do you remember that?
Has disabled me. A truly shocking turn of events. My disability has disabled. A truly shocking turn.
I mean, if you're not going to drive, I'll just, cancel the appointment until sometime later in the day. I am not waking up at 6 o'clock in the freaking morning. I can't believe
you agreed to 8:40.
I'm surprised I agreed to 8:40
Oh, I think you were just excited to get the appointment, but
I think I was just.
It was one of those things that if you were still working, I would have put it in the budget to stay in Springfield tonight, because that's really early.
Yeah.
But
Sylvia agrees. If you're not feeling good in the vlog, we'll understand.
Yeah, it's okay. Just let Jim talk a little bit.
I'm like, do I really want them to try to zap me?
Yes, get the appointment over with.
It's like, okay. So, because like right now, today, my back is like, get this test done so we can freaking start getting work done on my back, whatever needs to be done. Well, I'm not thinking medication. I'm thinking about like, not even operations. I'm just thinking about
like physical therapy.
The doctor filled out information for physical therapy, and our insurance looks at it and goes, "Yeah, we'll approve this."
Yes, I hope.
Because last time they tried to put in for physical therapy, it was like not enough information.
Yeah, but we had a different insurance last time.
I thought we had United Health.
Well, we just got that last February. When did you talking about before when you had sent you home with papers?
No.
Oh.
This is like a month or so after I started seeing my new doctor
Oh,
and
okay.
telling him about my back problems. And like, well, I'm going to try to get you to physical therapy.
Oh,
Until then, here's
okay.
some medication for back spasms.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
only September? You know, it's like one of those things. We haven't started not feeling good.
Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm starting to not feel good. I thought it was just my mouth, but I don't feel right.
Usually when you do that mouthwash, you start to feel a little.
No, it's something else. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I need more protein for breakfast. I don't really have.
I know
that,
what it is.
But
We're all getting bugged down about it. It's called fresh air coming through the house.
no. No, that wouldn't be it. Could just be that I've ran out of gas. Like quick, you know. I took my shower and we got things ready and the dog and
Well,
play with the baby.
I
but
mean,
no,
yeah,
no.
you've had a fairly busy morning
Yeah.
but I feel that we've been so busy for so long, and we finally hit a "you've got to rest or else
Yeah.
you're going to fall over" type day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and the fact that it's like we hit one milestone basically with the yard sale over.
yeah, it's kind of like, oh, good, some
Rest
weight came
before
off me. I
yeah.
can rest a little bit.
Yeah.
That you haven't really been sleeping that well,
No.
so.
I have to sleep tonight because we gotta get up early tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got to find a way to knock ourselves out early.
And what is this? I'm driving this to Springfield, coaches.
You said you were going to drive to Springfield.
Just kidding. I'm just
I mean,
kidding.
if you're not going
I'm
to drive,
just
I'll
kidding.
just, cancel the appointment
kidding.
until sometime later in the day. I am not waking
Oh,
up
I
at
was-
6 o'clock in the
I
freaking
can't
morning.
believe you agreed to 8:40.
I'm surprised I agreed to 8:42.
Oh, I think you were just excited to get the appointment, but
I think I was just.
it was one of those things that if you were still working, I would have put it in the budget to stay in Springfield tonight because that's really early. You know.
Yeah.
But
Sylvia agrees. If you're not feeling good in the vlog, we'll understand.
yeah, it's okay. Just let Jim talk a little bit.
Yeah, now that you guys read that information on my appointment, I'm like, do I really want them to try to zap me?
Yes, get the appointment over with.
It's like, okay. So, because I mean, like right now, today, my back is like.
But the same thing like with fibromyalgia. Now when I self-diagnosed myself with fibromyalgia, it was when there really was not a test for it. I think there's a test for it now. So it was sort of like a test of, was it like eliminations? But for me, what it was is that I knew that I was having diabetic neuropathy, or at least that's what I thought it was. And Lisa's sister, who speak to things that I didn't even know were symptoms. That's what where the ADHD thing came from. I didn't even know these were symptoms until it was presented to me like, if you have these symptoms, you might have ADHD. So I didn't self-diagnose myself as it because obviously I know that that's something I'd have to go to a doctor for, like a psychiatrist or I guess just a psychiatrist could actually do it. Smacking it a little every day, telling it who's the boss. But I also have to then now go to think about weight loss management or weight management. I have to really start considering seeing a nutritionist personally, like one-on-one for a nutrition program. So we're going to be working on that. Also the physical therapy. I have no notes on the physical therapy other than I called. If those of you don't know, again, if you don't watch the vlog channel, Once they took the brace off, he prescribed physical therapy, but it's been difficult to find the physical therapy place here that takes my insurance, or one of the places here that we picked takes my insurance. They called the insurance, the doctor's office called the insurance company. They accept 12 more sessions, and the physical therapy place was like, no, they're famous for not paying us. So we need a guarantee in writing or put me on a payment plan. I was like, ma'am, I don't.